Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, shit. Oh, hey. Sorry, didn't see you there. Just about to do some reading. No, you can stay. I'll just do it later, you know. This book? Oh, I found it behind a loose brick in the wall. I figured it looked vaguely magical, so maybe I have a spell that could get me out of this dump. Let's have a look. The thing is, it's just so boring. You know what'll be interesting? Talking about episode 6 of Perils and Possibilities. But first, a quick update on what's been happening. Our party is Gwyn Valentine IV, Philip Clydesdale, Drainog Briarheart, Jarell Niprit, Cassian Vicendres III, and Valkyria Doriu. In the last sessions, they continued their search for the Dragonfly, which is located in the Briar Patch, a centre for child trafficking in Ostia. The Briar Patch is run by a man called Mayfair, who's part of a gang called the Shepherds. The party decide to go to a dingy tavern which is affiliated with a gang called the Kralers, and meet its owners, Gideon and Gris. Gideon is very pleased with the idea of taking down the Briar Patch, and gives the party a room to discuss their plan in. And that is where things are left off. So let's go into this episode of Perils and Possibilities. Right now, the group are trying to decide what to actually do with the Briar Patch if they're successful. Do they destroy it, take it over, give it to a rival gang? Philip has a more business-minded idea.
Well, I don't know.
Just stop it completely, right?
Yeah, all that.
That's even better.
Yeah, but if we've already got all the stock.
But regardless, they need a plan to get inside. So Val calls upon his sprite friend for help. But in the last session, she was attacked by a drunken Jarell, and so she's not going to help unless she gets some kind of payback, and Philip is happy to oblige. Despite his small stature, Philip lifts Jarell up high and slams him down on a bed, completely shattering it. With justice served, Aaliyah explains that there's only one public entrance into the Briar Patch, but there could be a secret entrance in a home 2 streets down. Unfortunately, it's guarded by a rock gnome, which Philip has been warned of by Blythe. At this point, the group goes to Gideon's office to barter with him to use crawler thugs as a distraction for the Briar Patch's front door. In exchange for giving the Briar Patch to the crawlers as well as the books that contain information on the trafficked children, Gideon agrees. Although Gideon says that he and the crawlers are uncomfortable with the idea of trafficking children, he never says that the crawlers won't take up the business once the Shepherds are gone. At this point, Jarell tries to give back drugs that he stole from a crawler dealer in the last session. Gideon isn't pleased, but will forgive Jarell if he pays him back at a higher rate. Of course, Jarell selflessly settles his debt.
Well, it's going to be more than it normally is, because you've just stolen.
That's fine. How much?
5 gold crowns.
Drainog?
By asking Drainog for money. With the deal set for the thugs to meet the group at 3 in the morning, all that's left to do is go back to the room and sleep. It's here that our druid Drainog demonstrates the art of wild shaping by turning into a phoenix fox. His skin starts to stretch, his bones start to snap. Really, Philip describes it best.
Holy shit, that was horrible to visualise.
You wanted to see it.
Yeah, I didn't expect all the bone cracking and the sort of elongation. It looked kind of painful. Was it painful, Drainog? Was it painful, Drainog?
No, it was fine.
But gross as it is, what is wild shaping, and who can do it? Wild shaping is the magic of changing your body into that of an animal's. How big that animal is depends on how prolific you are at the magic. Here in Elysium, it's a very physical process, as Drainog kindly demonstrated. It's only done by druids who have a connection to nature magic, but anyone who has some kind of connection to the weave can wild shape if they train hard enough. Back to the campaign, while Philip is taking a bath, Jarell notices that it seems like Philip's gauntlets are stitched to his skin, but asking him about it doesn't really get him that far. At this point, there's nothing else to do but sleep. Which means it's dream time! Whoa! That's stupid. Philip's dream has us meet the mistress, who stands in a field of corpses. She reminds him of the promise that he made to her, that to protect the weak and to show no mercy to the wicked. I hope that doesn't include me. Draenog's dream has us witness the events of his wife's death, but somehow Cassian is also inside the dream as well. He witnesses Draenog's wife's murder through the killer's eyes. Gwyn isn't asleep, but he's mighty feverish, and when he looks in the mirror, he sees an image of himself with a twisted smile. The reflection berates him for keeping him chained up, and says that if he just kills everyone, it'll be so much easier. I'm sure retail workers understand that feeling. Still, Gwyn holds strong and keeps the reflection locked away. Jarell dreams of a harrowing moment of a tiefling's death, but is unable to intervene because he's trapped in a pillory. Finally, Val dreams that he's in front of a woman of white and gold called Cora. She implores Val to continue searching for the dragonfly, because if he doesn't find her, someone else will find him, and she has the authority to do terrible things. With dream time over and everyone awake, they go downstairs to meet the Crawler gang and set off to finally confront the Briar Patch. And that's everything. Thanks for... Hold on a second. Wild shaping? I could have sworn I've read that somewhere. It's right here. Maybe I could turn to a rat or a bird and fly through the cage bars. Right here. Ovarium de birdium. Oh, I can feel the change.